Hi, you're with Chandeep at Goodly once again, and in this video, I'm going to talk about a very peculiar data cleaning exercise, which is where I have some data stuck in my top rows and I'd like to extract that and put it out into columns. Let's just take a look at the data that I have here. So pretty standard three columns here. We have ID, we have product sales, and we have units. Now, apart from these three data points that we have, I also have some data stuck into a few first rows of my data set here. So the first row here is the name of the company and the sales report, but starting the second row is the name of the manager, which I definitely want as a column. Again, the year I want it as a column, the region East I want it as a column, and type 1 again as a column. That means for all of these four data points, I want to create four separate columns and put this data across in all the rows. Now, typically when you extract data from an ERP or any kind of software, generally speaking, the top rows are junk and people tend to remove this, but this is the place where I have information stuck inside the first few rows and I'd like to extract it and make it out as a column. Now, this would have been a very simple exercise had I been dealing with just one Excel file, but since I am actually dealing with multiple Excel files, which is where I have to go inside every single Excel file and grab this information and put it out as a column, this is what makes the exercise a little bit tricky. So let's just see that how do we actually solve this problem using Power Query. Alright, like I was telling you that we don't have just one Excel file to work with. We actually have two or three Excel files. We have 2018, 2019, and 2020. Each of these Excel files has three columnar data set at the bottom, and there are a few rows on the top from which is where I have to extract the data from each of these Excel files, convert them into columns, and then combine the data together from all the three files. Alright, let's just start with a blank Excel workbook. I'm just going to go to the data tab, click on get data from file from a folder, and I will stick the path of that particular folder right here. Alright, now we just going to land inside Power Query by clicking on transform data, and this is where I get to see all the three files which I have in that particular folder. Now the first step is to extract the Excel file from the binary. Binary simply means the Excel file, and I'd like to extract the data from that Excel file. So I'm just going to come to the add columns tab and click on custom column, and I'll write a small formula to extract the data from each and every binary. The formula that I'm going to write is excel.workbook, and I'm just going to start the bracket and place the content column right in here and close the bracket. And just remove the Excel word which is repeated from the start, and this is good to go. Now I'm just going to say OK, and what this is going to do is this is going to go inside the content column, read the binary, get the data from the binary, which is the sheets data, and it'll make a separate column. So I'll just say OK, and what I get to see is a table. Now this table is nothing but all the sheets there are in each of these Excel files. Let's just expand this data. So I'm just going to click on expand, uncheck the name prefix, say OK, and I get to see all the sheets. Now if you have more than one sheet in any of the Excel files, you will get to see all the sheets right here. Now since I just have one sheet in every single Excel file, I just get to see the sheet name right here. Now this is where the data is, and once you take a look at the data, you can see that I just click on the side of the table, I actually get to see that there is the 4 or 5 rows, junk rows on the top, and then that is where the data actually starts. So what I would like to do is from each of these three tables that I have created, I'd like to extract these values and put it out into separate columns. And finally, I also want to merge these three tables. So that means this data combined with this data combined with this data alongside combining of the individual columns that are coming from Excel files. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to write a simple formula. So I'm just going to go to the add columns tab and create a custom column, and over here I'm just going to write a simple formula. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to extract all the data of column 1 from the three tables that I have. So I'm going to write a formula called table.column. Table.column actually accepts the first input as a table. So this is my table, this is my table, and this is my table, and each of these tables are there in the data tab. So I'm just gonna maybe mention the name of the column, which is data. That means each of the tables are there in the data column. Now once I pick up the tables, then it is going to ask me, hey, from this table, which column do you want me to extract? So I want you to extract column 1 because the data is stuck in column 1. So I'm just going to write in the inverted commas column 1. Just going to close the bracket, press OK. Now what this is going to do is this is going to kind of go to this table, grab all the information from column 1 and create it as a list. Let's just take a look at what happens. So I'm just going to say okay, and what I get is a list. Now each of these lists is the actual data of column 1 of the 3 tables that I have here. So this is the data from the first one. You will see that in the second list the data will be slightly different. The first one is Mark Dawson and year 2018. The second one is going to be year 2019 and Charlie Winston. All right, now we're good to go. Now we don't need the entire column. Actually what we need is just the second row, the third row, the fourth row, and the fifth row. That's what we need. So what I'm going to do is from each of these lists, let's just extract the first 5 rows. All right, so I'm just going to come back to the added custom one, click on the gear icon and start working with the formula ahead. Now this table.column has produced a list. That's what you can see. It's actually a list right here. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to use the function called list.firstn, and I'm going to say that this is a list, and why don't you only pick up first 5 items of the list. And I'm just going to say comma 5 and close the bracket. What this is going to do is this is going to kind of reduce the list to only the first 5 items. And I'm just going to say okay, let's just see what we get here. I think this is good enough. All right, so what we get here is the first 5 items from that particular list. Now, if you just take a look at the list here, this is good enough, but I actually don't need the first row here. So from the first 5 items, if I just maybe remove the first item and just keep the last 4 items, I will get to what I need. Now, obviously you are going to customize this to the way your data is kind of stuck in the first few rows, but I'm just trying to give you an example as to how to work this out. Anyways, I'm just going to go back to the added custom one step here and further modify my step. And I'm going to say that now that we have the first 5, I'm just going to keep the last 4. So I'm just going to have again a formula again here, a list.lastn, and I'm just going to maybe write 4 here, that from the end, why don't you keep 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm just going to say okay, and that's what we're going to get. So if I just click on the side of the list, we get exactly the information that we actually need. Now, once we have the information extracted from each of the tables, what I am going to do is I'm going to combine the information so that it comes in a single cell. So I'm actually going to come here and use the formula called text.combine. All right, so text.combine. And if you take a look, that text.combine actually asks you for a list. It says, hey, what are the texts that I have to combine? And those texts should be as a list, and this is nothing but a list. So I'm saying, hey, why don't you combine Mark Dawson, year, region, and type 1, and why don't you separate them by a delimiter? So I'm just going to say the delimiter is going to be maybe a double pipe symbol, something that is not used, so double pipe, and I'm just going to say okay. And what this is going to do is it's going to actually combine all of that and put it out in a single cell. Now what you can do is you can separate this out by applying delimiters. So I'm just going to come here, right click here, and I'm just going to split the column by a delimiter, by a double slash at each occurrence, and say okay. And now I have these 4 columns separated. All right, now we have these 4 columns which I have extracted from the data that we had, but the problem which is still remaining is that in each of these Excel files there are a first few rows junk which I definitely want to remove, and before I remove these I actually cannot combine the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transform this table without opening this. So I'm just going to go to the add columns tab and maybe click on the custom column once again. Now the first thing that I will do is let the table being closed. I will not open the table. I will not extract the rows of the table. On the closed table, the first thing that I will do is remove the 6 rows here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows I will remove. So I'm just going to say table.skip. And in table.skip, the first input I will provide is the name of the table. The table is there in the data column. So I'm just going to say data. And the number of rows that I would like to skip are 6 rows. So 5 of these and 1 is the null. So I'm just going to close the bracket, press OK. I will get another column which is table, table, table. But you will see that the first 5, 6 rows are gone from each of the 3 tables. Now I will just maybe promote the headers of each of these 3 and then combine the data together. So I'm just going to come to the custom tab. I am just going to come here and say table.promote headers, and I will close the bracket. That means all that I'm trying to say is that all of these tables that have been created, why don't you take the first row and make it as a header? I'm just going to say okay, and each one of them actually becomes the header. Now that we have the correct tables and we also have the 4 columns that we would like to combine along with this, all that I will do is keep these tables and keep these 4 columns. So custom one, and all of these 4 or 5 columns, I will keep them. Right click and I'll say remove all the other columns there are, and I am just going to expand this and say okay, and this gets expanded. I'm just going to come to the home tab, say close and load. And of course, before I say close and load, I certainly want to change the name of these columns. So this becomes type 1, actually type, this becomes region, this becomes the year, and finally the last one becomes the manager. All right, now we are good to go. We have successfully combined the data from all the files, including the columns that we wanted from on the top. And I'm just going to maybe click on close and load, and the data gets loaded into my Excel. All right, that was all about it. This problem was tricky primarily because we had to kind of not only extract the data from the top few rows, but also combine the data from multiple Excel files. That's what made the problem a little bit tricky. I hope you found this useful. Let me know if you have any questions around this. I'd be very, very happy to help you out. And of course, last thing, if you would like to learn Power Query right from scratch, learn the basics, and then go on to solve more sophisticated, more challenging data cleaning problems, I highly recommend to check out my course on Power Query, which takes you from a beginner level to a level where you start solving more practical, real-time data cleaning problems. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be very, very happy to help. Thanks so much for watching this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.